products and so excited to have Bzees here. These are the lightest weight, most flexible shoes. Ever since I've come to HSN, this is one of the products, the brand that I have recommended to everybody that I talk to, because I don't even wear regular tennis shoes anymore. These are the brand of tennis shoes that I wear. They're so lightweight, it feels like you're walking really on a cloud. Incredibly cushiony. These are brand new, this style. Look at how cute the style is. These are the Wink Waterwear Athleisure. So yeah, you can wear these in water. They can be your water shoes, they can be your tennis shoes, your walking shoes. You can even throw them in the machine and wash them so they stay looking just as beautiful. Can you see how flexible that material is? That means incredible comfort for your toes, incredible comfort for your feet, and then the flexibility on these is absolutely unrivaled. So we gotta go through the colors for you because this is a really cute new style. This one's called the red, which is just this beautiful marbled red and fuchsia. Yeah, it kind of looks like a little bit of a light pink. It's got a little bit of red in it. It's more of like a pink look with the gray. And then we have black, which is, again, that kind of a heather gray with black. And then even the kind of the faux laces are all great added details. We have yellow, which when you get it in person, it's kind of like a yellow on a gray, so it almost looks like a light blue cloud with a little bit of yellow, almost like a chartreuse yellow in it. And then the laces with that beautiful design with oranges and fuchsias and greens. And even the back, look, I mean, when I talk about the details here, so great, so flexible. And then this is the blue, which is a gorgeous turquoise, and then that marbled look. So you've got different, sort of almost like a textured look, and then the laces just add that really fun pop. So these are called the Sea Dogs. Here you can see them, Sea Dogs by Bzees. So if your dog's driving
a boat.
Yes, Dan.
They can't drive boats.
Well, hey, in this, well, and also you can't probably.
Well, if you're far enough offshore, there's no law.
I guess that's true. Hey, as long as they're not drinking and driving and boating, they can drive a shoe. Weren't they driving a shoe? Is the shoe the boat? It's got cloud technology.
Oh, we might have to watch that again.
I have to watch it again. Are you gonna watch it right now? Let's watch it. Because I really want to see, are the dogs driving the boat? And is the boat, everybody pay close attention, is the boat a shoe? Check it out.
That's definitely a runabout or a skiff that he's driving.
It's a skiff. Okay, they're water wearable and chlorine resistant. See, there's the shoe with a unique drainage system. Whoop, 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 whoop. Rubber sole traction. Machine wash and air dry. With cloud technology. All right, so how was that? So yeah, all right. So Dan, you were right. It was a skiff. The dogs were driving the skiff, and the lady was wearing her Bzees, kicking back, kicking up, literally, actually, in her Bzees.
Like they were going to a party.
I think they were definitely going to a party.
For sure.
Absolutely, because you can wear these to a party. You can wear them to a dog party. You can wear them to any party, to a boat party. They're your boat shoes, they're your beach shoes. They're your just kick around town shoes. Look at how cute they are. Wear them with your capris, wear them with your shorts, but you can wear these whether you're going on a, on a trip. I actually had the delight to be able to live in Costa Rica for a little while, and you go to the beach and half the time you're walking through water to even get to like a little remote beach. If I had these, it would have been so much better than what I ended up having. You never have to worry about ruining your shoes by getting them wet. Here in Florida, we get lots of floods and lots of rain in the summer. And these are a great solution because they really are like walking on a cloud, but they can get completely wet. And then especially with that yellow, you really want to be able to take advantage of the machine washability. Look at the cushion on the heel. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's why I've fallen in love with my Bzees, and I didn't even realize at first that you could throw them in the wash. They're incredibly, incredibly comfortable. They fit with that athleisure style because they look kind of like a super cute sneaker, but they're so functional. That drainage system allows the water to escape, so it's not soaking your foot. It has a removable insole that has drainage holes. That rubber outsole gives you traction, and they're even chlorine resistant. So if you were actually to wear these as your pool shoes, you don't have to worry about them fading or anything with the chlorine. They're gonna stay looking just that great. And then of course, if you're just wearing them to walk the dog or to go for your walk during the day in the morning, these are gonna be that perfect solution because they're lightweight, they're so breathable. That cushion is absolutely unmatched. So incredibly comfortable, and what a cute design. They're $69 for the brand new design, and we've got them on Flex. If you've got an HSN card, they're $17. Dan wanted to see the dogs driving the boat again. Dan, I think this is gonna be your favorite. Are you gonna let your dog drive a boat from now on, Dan? This has inspired Dan not only to buy Bzees for his wife, but also to train his dog how to drive a boat. I like the hula girl. What? Oh my goodness. All right. I haven't done 10 faves in a while. I forgot how fun it is. It's really fun here. Fall presentation at